What's up, Debt Freedom fans? It's your boy Jay Dizzle. So I'm gonna go through this real quick because this is the third time I've tried to do this, and every time now, the whole time I was making payments and everything, the phone did not ring. Now it's like every time I try to record this clip, it keeps ringing. Anyway, let's get into this. My Excel spreadsheet, I was watching another budgeting video, and the girl made perfect sense. She said, yeah, her husband and her had transferred their Excel spreadsheet into Google spreadsheets. So that's what I did. And she was just talking about how convenient it was to do that. So like you can, you know, everything is just, it's so digital now. It's on your phone, on your tablet. You can just access it right there. So it's really convenient because, you know, if I want to update something, I'd have to wait till I got all the way home, you know, and then update my Excel spreadsheet. So right here, it's in Google Documents or Google Spreadsheets, and I can access it right from my phone. I can make updates and all that good stuff. All right, so anyway, so I've been making all my payments for today. And so let's get into this. So these two lines here, these two that are blued out, this Midland credit, last I heard it was in, I got a summons about it, but I haven't heard anything else about it because it's still on the Midland credit or Midland funding website, but I cannot actually access it to make payments. So I just blued it out. I'm gonna leave it on here. So I just blued it out. So until I hear something further about this, I'm not really gonna be concerned about this account. My Navient, I am going to defer again. So I'm not really worried about that one. I was supposed to make the first payment this month, but I actually don't have the money to make that payment because all of these payments added up were, I mean, this, you know, all these payments added up. Look at that, $778 for the month, which technically I could make. I don't know. So this is the first month I'm doing this, and it's, you know, they said, you know, it's going to take you about 90 days to tweak everything and to get everything down and all that stuff. So just with these payments, that's $778.78. And then on top of that, I still have my revolving expenses. So I made my I made my phone payment today. I made my my gym membership is about to come out. My rent, living expense. I live with relatives, so they only asked that I, you know, give them $75 a month. It was $100, but then when my boss took my gave me that $2 pay cut, that hit me kind of hard. So but that's still, you know, pretty good. Anyway, so made that payment today. My gym membership is about to come out. I just made my health insurance payment, which was over 15 cents. I forgot to put the cents there. And I made my dental insurance payment, which was 31 cents less. I thought it was exactly 15. I had to switch insurances for the new year or whatever. The dental plan that I had wasn't offered again. So, but it's still, it was actually cheaper because the last plan I had, it was like 15, 21 or something like that. And then I just messed up. Like I said in my last video after the Arnold, I really wasn't keeping track of my receipts and all that good stuff. So I actually still might have money to put towards debt. I'm going to rename this personal instead of clothing. But I haven't really used any of that money really, so I'm gonna roll that over into the next month. So but anyway, overall I think everything has been good so far. I just got my mid-month paychecks. So I got another $535.97, which was 3 cents less than what I anticipated. So I might just go on and put that as the projected amount as well. This newspaper amount, I'm just going to keep it like that because it fluctuates. I actually got $88.80 in tips this paycheck. So that's totally unanticipated because I don't, if I'm doing a good job, people tend to tip me. But I leave this in as my pay for this paycheck. Like I don't take these tip amounts out. Like I had a guy this morning who pays me in cash every month. He leaves a note outside the door where he wants his paper left, and he's like, "Hey, good job. Thanks for the great service. Here's $10." So when I get money like that, I don't include it in here. That's like my fun money. I put gas in my car this morning, so it didn't take away from my budget. If that makes sense. So this is really what I should get paid, but if I get a little bit more, I just add it into as regular pay, and then I can put a little bit more towards my expenses, if that makes sense. So next month I know better how to divvy up these little sinking categories. Like I said, I didn't even touch personal. I went over on entertainment and food a little bit, but like I said, I had like receipts from when I donated plasma, which I'm still kind of mad about because my arm, I will insert a picture here of my arm. It just totally swole up and got black and blue and everything. So I'm not going to donate plasma anymore, which is really, really sad. I really like the convenience of getting that free money. So I'm currently looking for other ways to get some extra income to put towards these debts. And one thing I recommend, guys, is if you're struggling with your debts and you don't know if you should pay your debts and things like that. I mean, you owe the money, just pay it. First thing is get a updated credit report. Get all your bills together. Call these collection agencies if they're in collections and things. And everybody I talked to today was so nice and just so understanding. It's like, I think we think that they're going to yell at us and they're going to say they're going to garnish our wages and things like that. If they garnish your wages, they have to go through the legal process. They can't just, garnish your wages. It has to go through a court system. So going back to my debts and payments sheet, here are my actual payments that I made. So this one, for this first premiere, the lady couldn't accept $45. It was less than what they were needing to accept as a minimum payment. So I put $51.85 on there because this account juggled around two different companies, and so I actually had to call the actual bank that issued the card and go through that whole thing to get to the actual collection agency that had the account. So anyway, but the lady was super nice, super understanding, and just was willing to help in any way that she could. She said that they might be able to offer me a reduced amount of $300 to pay this off. And guys, I'm sorry, if they offer me that, I'm taking it. I'm gonna pay that shit off and be done with it. So that'd be a win. The next one was this Midland funding, whatever they are, and 22 cents over, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm not making this payment, so this payment and this payment were pretty good, and I'm not making my Navient payment. So couple wins that I had for the month. I wrote them down. I had at the end of February, before I went to the Arnold in Columbus, I actually won tickets, and I'll insert a picture somewhere in here. I won tickets to the Arnold. I won four tickets to the expo, which cost $15 to get in. So that was $60 right there that I didn't have to spend, because the expo was like all weekend. It's like from Thursday to Sunday, you know. I only went up on Friday, that Friday of the expo. Hung out with my boy Dana, as always. Had a great time, and I won those from the radio station. I had to answer 2 out of 3 questions correctly, and I did that. A fail on that though was that parking went up where I normally park. First few years, like recently, I was parking in this location. It was like $12 for the entire day, which was awesome. And now they boosted that shit up to like $30. So that was a fail, and I had to get money out of the bank in order to do that. So it like, all in all, like the ticket price and the, you know, the parking price, like it kind of zeroed itself out in a way, because I didn't have to pay for the expo tickets, you understand? So all I really paid for was just the parking. And then another fail, guys, was just my plasma donations. Both times I went, it was my arms. I got hematomas in both of my arms. My right arm is now healing up, and so, you know, it's a process that I'm getting to learn, but I'm really excited and having fun doing it. Once again, I hope that this looks straight to you guys, because it looks crooked on my screen, but I tried to get this as straight as I can. Like I said, I don't have motion capture. I don't have all this fancy technology. But you know, hopefully I can upgrade to that. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys right now. I will come back in 2 weeks in April and do my April budget, and how I'm going to be changing some things up as far as these categories right here. I'm going to be doing the envelope system, a modified version of the envelope system, because I think how I'm going to separate these things, I'm not going to actually use the envelopes. I'm actually going to get like reloadable gift cards or debit cards, and then that way I will just have those things separated, so I don't really have to pull out a whole lot of money and be carrying all this money around and things like that, if that makes sense. And that's what one of the other budgeting videos had suggested I do, or that what they do. So that was a good option for me, you know, because I mean, you never know, you know, I might get jacked or something, and you know, and I have all this money, and even then I can still get jacked and they have all my cards or something. But you know, I'd rather do that than be carrying out bags of money, you know, walking around with envelopes full of money, you know. So so that's all I got for you guys right now, man. If you like this video, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. I love you. There's nothing that you can do about that. It's your boy Jay with Debt Freedom Fridays, baby. Peace.